Hello theologians, and welcome back to Coffeeology with Alex. Today we're going to be talking about assurance. Now, to give a quick description of assurance, have you ever been asked by somebody or seen on TV or something like that, somebody say, do you know that if you died right now, whether you would go to heaven or not? That's assurance. That's a key point of Wesleyan theology. And even Calvin said that. They both said that assurance was a thing. And they both said that assurance is a wonderful thing to have. And that it is achievable. Now, let's read some scripture about it. I pulled out Romans 8, verses 14 through 17. If you want to look at that real quick, or pause the video and find your scripture and read along with me. So I'm going to give you a pause warning right now. Go. Alright, cool. So you're back. We're going to be going over Romans 8, 14 through 17. I'm going to read it. Read along with me. For those who are led by the Spirit of God are the children of God. The Spirit you received does not make you slaves so that you live in fear again. Rather, the Spirit you received brought about your adoption to sonship. And by him recall, Abba, Father. The Spirit himself testifies with our spirit that we are God's children. Now if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ. If indeed we share in his sufferings, in order that we may also share in his glory. The key point, the key scripture that I want to focus on here is verse 16. The Spirit himself testifies with our spirit that we are God's children. That right there is assurance. Assurance is the absolute knowledge that a person has salvation from Jesus Christ. It's that knowledge that if you died right now, then you would be in heaven. That's assurance. And it's so amazing to have. Now you can gain your assurance and you can lose your assurance. Just because you had it one day and you don't really have it the next doesn't mean that you're not saved. Just because you don't have assurance or you've never really had it, that doesn't mean that you're not saved. It just means that you don't have assurance. Right? There is a sermon that I was listening to before. I can't remember who it was by, but he said this quote, and I added a few things to it. And I want to read it to you guys. I've heard this and I thought it was amazing. So, faith is the trembling woman that came and touched Jesus' robe in Luke 8. Assurance is Stephen standing calmly in the midst of his murderers and saying, I see the heavens open and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of God in Acts 6 and 7. But Stephen, when he said that, was no more the Lord's than that woman who touched Jesus' robe. To me, that's amazing. That's the difference between assurance and faith. Faith is knowing that it's real. Assurance is knowing that you have it, and knowing that you have salvation. And I promise you that comes with sanctification. That comes with all that jazz that we've talked about before. So yeah. That was a brief glimpse at assurance. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. Also, I know it's Coffeeology with Alex, but it's 9 o'clock here at night right now, and I don't want to stay up really late because I'm tired. So that's why I don't have coffee. I hope you enjoyed having coffee with me. I'll see you next week, theologians.